Okay, so time for the recap for redoing or manually lifting your car's suspension by way of an air compressor. All right, the first thing I did was I disconnected my battery. I secured my brakes by way of my emergency brakes. All right, and then I lifted my vehicle. Make sure I use jack stands, so just make sure that the jack doesn't collapse on me. Because when you're dealing with the suspension, you have to slowly release the pressure that is already in the system. Mind you, you have to do that slowly. Okay? All right, once you release the pressure that's in the system with the car in the air, you're going to cut the old lines like so. Right? All of that is cut out. See that line? I cut everything out right there. All right? So then I just have lines. All right? And at the end of those lines, I put something that looks like this. All right? Now what I used, because these are a tad bit bigger than those tubes. So what I had to do was use a Dremel. I'll show you guys. I used this electric Dremel with this tip to file this part down a little bit so that the tube could fit over it. Okay. Once I filed this down enough to fit inside the tubes for the suspension, all right, I inserted these into the tube and secured it with a clamp, a metal clamp. Okay. Once I got all four of those secured, what I did was I removed my jack stands. I moved my jack, and I let my car all the way down before I turned it on. Okay. Now, big step. Do not attempt to manually inflate your suspension with your vehicle off. Make sure you turn your vehicle on first. Okay. Leave your emergency brake up. Okay. So I let my vehicle down. I turned it on and I let it run. All right. I turned on my compressor here, and I connected my compressor to these lines. All right. Just like that, like so. All right. And that manually aired up my suspension. As you can see, I'm all aired up, and I don't even have a valve block. And there's no air leaking. So this is a pretty secure way to redesign your suspension. If you have an automatic suspension that lifts up and down when you turn your car on and off, and it goes out on you, it tends to go out a lot on people, and this is just a way to get past it without buying an entirely new system. Although your car is not going to let up and down at will anymore. But good thing is, if you have any future problems with any specific suspension tires, then you'll have direct access to that airbag, and you can put things like fix a flat in your line, deflate it first, let out all the air, because the air is not going to let you put the fix flat in first with the air in there, right? So you deflate it first, you put some fix flat in there, and you pump it back up, and guess what? You're back in business, baby. So my name's Sir Ricky, and it's been good. If you have an automatic air suspension, this is a way you can fix it manually by yourself, pretty cheap, and save yourself some time, money, and hassle. Good luck.